Troopers. Myself Ruchi Sharma, and this is the third video of the chapter Motion. I hope you liked my previous video. So let's start with our today's topic. In this video we are going to cover the derivation of first equation of motion through graphical method, means with the help of graph, followed by solving some numerical related to first equation of motion. So here is the first equation of motion that we are going to derive. V is equal to u plus at. Here v is equal to final velocity, u is equal to initial velocity, a is acceleration, and time is t is equal to time. And this equation tells about the relationship between velocity and time. So sometime the question can be asked in your exam that derive the equation of motion which tells about the relationship between velocity and time. So remember this. So first we need to draw the graph, velocity time graph. And in velocity time graph, as you all are aware, that always t lies on x-axis. This is the x-axis and this is y-axis. So time lies on x-axis and velocity always lies on y-axis. And first we draw the path during the journey. This is the path. And here you can see the difference between this VT graph, okay, can you tell the difference between these two graphs? This is the origin. Here we can mark the origin, but in this graph the path started from origin, means the initial velocity is 0. Here the path started from this point. We can represent this point by A and ended his journey at B point. So here the A has not been started, the journey has not been started with 0 velocity. Here are some velocity. So this is the VT graph represent some initial velocity. So OA we can represent the initial velocity u, because the person do not start his journey with 0 velocity. It has some initial velocity. Clear? So now draw other lines to complete this graph. Draw perpendicular on y-axis. Here perpendicular on y-axis. Here this on x-axis from B point. One more line parallel with x-axis from A point. And mark all the point. This is O, A, B, C, C, and this is D, and this is E. Clear? And this O, where the person started his journey, that the velocity is u, and ended his journey at B point, and it is equivalent to the parallel point with B is E. So here we can represent the final velocity, that is V. In order to derive the equation, first we explain the graph, because we are going to derive the equation with the help of graph. So first we have to explain the whole graph. Now watch carefully. AO is equal to CD. Here you can see this distance is equal to this distance CD, and it is equivalent to, according to this graph, these two distances are equivalent to initial velocity. And you can see OD is equal to AC. OD is equal to AC in this graph, and these two distances are equivalent to T, right? Now this BD, here you can see this BD line is divided into two parts. BD is equal to BC plus CD. Clear? From this equation, can you calculate BC? Yes, you can calculate BC. BC can be calculated like this, BD minus CD. Clear? So now you can see the value of BD in this graph. Here is the BD. This is the total velocity, because B represent the end point, and at end point here you can see the y-axis, the velocity is V. So you can put the value according to this graph, V. V is the final velocity. Clear? CD is what in this equation? From this equation you can write the value of CD is U. Now you can see that V minus U means final velocity minus initial velocity. So you can write that BC part of this graph represent change in velocity. Right? Now write down the acceleration formula, as you all are aware. I have covered this acceleration part in my previous video. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity with respect to time. Clear? Now represent the same formula with respect to graph. Acceleration change in velocity means in terms of graph, change in velocity can be represented by BC. We have already done this part, and time can be represented in terms of graph, can be represented by OD or AC. So we can put the value of time, that is OD. Clear? Now put the symbol. Acceleration can be represented by A. BC represent change in velocity means final minus initial. OD is T. Clear? Now rearrange this equation. T can be go towards A. So now here AT is equal to V minus U. AT U plus AT is equal to V. Now rearrange. Rearrange this equation. V is equal to U plus AT. Now this is the derivation of first equation of motion with the help of graph. So in order to understand the application of first equation of motion while solving the numerical, let's take this question. In this question, a body starts to slide a horizontal surface with an initial velocity of 0.5 meter per second. In this question, that initial velocity is given, means U is given. U is equal to 0.5 meter per second. Due to friction, its velocity decreases at the rate 0.05 meter per second square. Means this is the acceleration value. Clear? So rate is given, means acceleration is given. Meter per second you can easily identify from the unit, because this is the unit for acceleration. But remember this, in this question, due to friction, and friction always apply, the friction direction is always opposite to the direction of motion. Clear? So due to friction, it's mentioned velocity decreases, means after some time the velocity would be 0. So we can consider the final velocity 0. In any of the question, in this question the friction is given. In any of the question, if it is given the brake apply, means V is equal to 0. Clear? So in this question you have to calculate time. These 4 value, clear? If we apply this, V is equal to U plus AT. All 3 values are given and you have to calculate only one value, that is time. Now put all the value into this. V is equal to 0. U is equal to 0.5. Clear? And one more thing. This is retardation is given, because this thing we have already discussed in my previous video while explaining acceleration and retardation. Whenever in any of the numerical due to friction or after applying brake, if the velocity decreases, then we can represent the acceleration in terms of retardation, and we can put negative value, and this become retardation. Clear? Instead of acceleration. So here U plus A minus 0.05, you have to calculate T. 0 is equal to 0.5 plus minus 0.05 T. Clear? Here 0.05 T is equal to 0.5. T is equal to 0.5 upon 0.05. We can remove, in next step we can remove these points. Seconds. So in this way we can solve the problem with the help of first equation of motion. First thing, one thing it should be remembered, that due to friction, and I'm repeating that due to friction or after applying brake, if the velocity decreases, ultimately the velocity decreases and it would be 0. So the retardation apply, and we need to put this retardation value, we need to put negative sign. Clear? So let's take another example. Like body started from rest and after 5 seconds the velocity become 10 meter per second. What will be the acceleration? So we apply the first equation of motion. Clear? And here the body started from rest, means the initial velocity is 0. This is the given part. The initial velocity is 0. After 5 seconds means time is given. The velocity become 10 meter per second, means this is final velocity is given. As you can see that 0 to 10 means velocity increases. So now here we need to calculate the acceleration, and acceleration always in positive, retardation always in negative. Clear? So here apply, just put the value into this equation of motion. V is equal to 10, U is equal to 0, A we need to calculate into 5 seconds, right? So 10 is equal to 5A. So A is equal to 10 upon 5 means 2 meter per second square. In this way we can calculate the numerical problem with the help of first equation of motion. I hope you have understood the concept. And in the next video we will cover the second equation of motion with example. So goodbye.